If you're on a GLP-1 like Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, or Zepbound, you've already noticed the obvious part. You're not as hungry. But here's the part no one tells you. Because you're eating less, the food choices you make matter more. I'm Kieran Campbell, a registered dietitian, and over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through how to eat on a GLP-1 to protect your muscle while losing weight. Plus, the app that makes all of it simple to track. Quick note, I work with MyNet Diary, and yes, I'll show you our app near the end. But the nutrition guidance here is the same thing our dietitian team gives no matter what you track with. And one disclaimer up front, this video is meant to be educational, not medical advice. Always check with your own provider about your medication and your plan. So why does food matter more when you're eating less? Two reasons. First, muscle. When you lose weight quickly, some of it can come from muscle, and GLP-1 medications make that risk real because your appetite drops so fast. Protein is how you prevent muscle loss. Second, nutrients. On a few hundred fewer calories a day, it's easy to fall short on vitamins and minerals without noticing. So your goal shouldn't just be eating less, it should be making every bite count. Let's start with the numbers that matter most, because these are the ones to actually track. Protein. Aim for 80 to 120 grams a day to preserve muscle. Fiber, 25 to 30 grams a day, which helps with fullness, steady blood sugar, and digestion. And water, 8 to 12 cups a day, which matters even more as you increase your fiber intake, since fiber without enough water can back you up. At meals, picture a balanced plate. Half non-starchy vegetables, a quarter protein, a quarter whole grains. Two more things worth knowing. Most GLP-1 studies pair the medication with about a 500 calorie a day deficit. And because you're eating less overall, a basic multivitamin is smart insurance for the micronutrients that are hard to hit with a smaller appetite. Now, what fills that plate? Lean proteins like chicken, fish, eggs, soy, and low-fat dairy, cooked vegetables, which tend to be gentler on digestion than raw vegetables, whole grains like quinoa and oats, fruit and legumes like lentils and beans. On the other side, a few things are worth limiting, mostly because they worsen side effects. Greasy and fried foods, sugary foods and beverages, refined carbs, carbonated beverages, alcohol, and large, heavy meals. Most of these foods can slow digestion further and linger in your stomach, making symptoms like nausea and bloating worse. Keep in mind that none of this is all or nothing, and your tolerance is your own. But these are the patterns we generally see in individuals taking GLP-1 medications. Meal planning gets much easier when your kitchen is stocked for it, especially on low appetite days. A few staples our dietitians recommend: Greek yogurt and cottage cheese for easy protein, ready-to-drink protein shakes for the day's solid food sounds like too much, canned fish, edamame, tofu, oats, and lentils. For fiber and gentle carbs, chia seeds, berries, bananas, and frozen vegetables, which are often easier on your stomach than raw vegetables. And keep a few rescue items on hand on days you're experiencing nausea. Low sodium broth, electrolyte packets, and unsweetened applesauce are great choices. The theme is simple: protein and fiber with easy options for when you don't feel like cooking. When you eat matters too. Aim for about 3 meals and 1 or 2 snacks a day, even when you're not hungry, and spread your protein intake evenly throughout the day rather than eating it all at one meal. 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal is a great target, and front-loading protein earlier in the day can help preserve and promote lean muscle mass. Try to make dinner portions more modest, and if low appetite means you forget to eat, set alarms. On a GLP-1, eating on a schedule usually works better than waiting until you feel hungry. Okay, here's where tracking comes in, because all of this is a lot to hold in your head. This is the MyNet Diary app, and its GLP-1 companion is built around exactly what I just described. Protein is the first thing on your dashboard, with fiber and hydration right alongside it, so you can see at a glance whether you're hitting your targets. You log your medication and dose and set injection reminders, and you can track digestion symptoms right in your food diary, so you start to see which foods set you off. One thing that's easy to miss is in the setup. When you build a GLP-1 plan, the app lets you choose a faster weekly weight loss target than it allows for someone who isn't on these medications. So your plan matches the pace a GLP-1 actually produces instead of the slower pace a standard plan assumes. Logging is fast, by barcode, photo with meal scan, voice, or search, on a staff-verified database of more than 2 million foods that tracks up to 108 nutrients, so your protein and micronutrient numbers are actually accurate. There are GLP-1 menus and recipes built for smaller, gentle meals, and a shopping list tool you can build right from them. It works with every major medication from Ozempic and Wegovy to Mounjaro and Zepbound. And it's the app people actually use. 4.8 stars from over 225,000 ratings on the App Store, 4.7 from over 110,000 on Google Play, and Forbes Health named it best for overall tracking in 2025. So if you're on a GLP-1, here's the short version. Protein, fiber, and water are your 3 numbers to prioritize. Eat on a schedule, keep gentle options on hand, and track it so you're not guessing. The MyNet Diary app is free to start, the GLP-1 companion is there when you want it, and you can have your protein target set up in a couple of minutes. The link is below, and as always, loop in your provider on anything medication related. Thanks for watching.